As we learn more about the accusations against the governor, a question remains. Is this scandal just one of morality, or was an actual crime committed? News Center Now's Carolyn Rose spoke with attorneys today about the possible legal ramifications. She joins us now from the newsroom of the Journal News. Carolyn?
Well, Andrew, right now Spitzer hasn't been convicted or charged with anything. But if he really is client number 9, he could face charges ranging from wire fraud to banking violations to violating the Mann Act.
Makes it a federal issue, certainly.
Spitzer allegedly paying for the call girl to take a train to Washington opens him up to federal prosecution, according to attorney John Campbell.
Because, according to the federal complaint, he provided the funds for the transportation. Okay, he paid for the train fare and the cab fare. He technically procured and assisted in procuring the interstate travel of the female, and that violates the Mann Act and carries up to a potential 5-year prison term.
He says the Mann Act targets travel but doesn't exactly criminalize prostitution because the feds don't have that power. That's in the hands of the state. The governor has hired a high-powered law firm, and legal experts say he could be using his resignation as a bargaining chip. So what are the chances he's actually charged? Campbell says it's unlikely because it's usually organizers of the ring that are charged, not the Johns.
But you never know, because it's a high-profile target. Maybe they would in this particular case to make a point.
Where you really just fly in the face of it, which is where you've acknowledged that you've provided the transportation for a prostitute across the state line. It's very difficult for the government not to prosecute.
Jay Carlisle says the governor's license to practice law could also be in jeopardy.
Even if convicted of a crime, he would face possible disbarment. But if he is not convicted of a crime, he still could be found subject to discipline under rules that relate to deceit, dishonesty.
Now again, charges against Spitzer have not yet been decided. Law enforcement officials telling the Associated Press it depends on how aggressive the U.S. attorney wants to be. Andrew?